Small bottle brush trees are a really great part of your decorating stash, and it means that you can put together one sort of feature piece, put these behind, and you create a little scene with it rather than just having one ornament sitting by itself, particularly if it's a smaller piece like this gingerbread house that looks a bit lost. So today I wanted to show you how you can sort of take the concept of using really these two elements, add some foliage, and create a beautiful finished piece that becomes a real feature in the home. So let's just start. I have made a little start on the piece itself. So what I'm using here is a 20 centimeter diameter, that's 8-inch for any of our American friends, diameter cake plate, and a 20 centimeter or 20-inch piece of foam. I've also cut a couple of pieces and created a platform, and the way I've got them sitting in my foam is just with a few bamboo sticks that I've broken off that I've then just using to make sure that they stay exactly where I want them to. And what I'm doing here is creating the base that this is going to sit on. So therefore I can put my house here, my tree there, there and there. See how we're already creating a beautiful scene, and all we need to do is just add some filler foliage and it'll be done. Just to finish off the stand itself before we get on to the decorating, is I've just used wired ribbon and created a bow that I've then just glued around my foam, and so the ribbon around the foam, and glued the bow onto the front just to neaten up and hide my foam so it's not visible over the cake plate. So all I'm going to do here is basically use this as a starting point, and we're just basically going to use, I've got some of my cut off pieces of foliage. I use a lot of eucalypt, foliage that we call tea leaf, a few berries that I might put in there, and maybe even a couple of kind of glittery picks if we want to add a little bit of glitter. And we just want to add these around our piece. If you're using something like the glitter picks, it's good to just have them coming down a little bit off your container so it's not all that way or up. You want your foliage to sort of come down around the base a little bit too. When you put something on one side, then you want to sort of even it up onto the other side, and you can see I'm shaping my pieces. These are all cut off larger picks, so I just have a couple of bigger picks that I've broken down. I have a stash of it, so whenever I'm doing anything like this, I can grab those pieces, put them together, and do a different design with it every year. So let's see, what have I got here? I've only got 3 of these, so I'm actually, I'll see how it looks. I might even leave it out. Okay, and all I want to do is get some of my small filler foliage, which is where I've broken them down into very small pieces. Just let me have a quick look here and get it in nice and close, because we want to hide our foam. There's nothing tricky about what I'm doing here. I'll actually fast forward this part of the video a bit, because you don't need to see me put every little piece in. The key when you're filling the front is to just try and disguise that foam that's built up, and I'm going to also do exactly the same around the sides. I have taken these green picks out because I only had a couple, so I've decided I prefer not to use just the 2. I'll keep it more natural in style. So I'll keep filling this up. When you're doing something like this, your larger pieces of pick like this, I actually will quite often just pull them apart and use those smallest size possible pieces to fill into my display that I'm creating. When you do this, you do end up, it's a bit tricky to see, but you do end up with a sort of a slightly more triangular end to the pick. So you can also cut that off, make it a bit easier to add it into your foam. I use the florist foam that's designed for wet. So when you're using flowers and you're adding water to it, I generally use this because these picks don't have any wire when you're breaking them down so small. So I'm wanting the softest foam that I've got that I can easily add my foliage to. When you've got sort of a base in there, you then want to have a look at some of your other pieces. And in this case, we've got a little bit of red on the gingerbread house. So I thought it'd be nice to add a few berries in here. So then you can add a couple of berries and see where you need to position those. And we always remember you want to, this piece is designed to be seen from the front, so it would be, imagine it's against a wall, so the back of this is not going to be fully decorated. I'll have a spray coming out of it, but you do want to make sure that you consider that you're going to see the side of it as well. So don't forget to put a couple of pieces in the side as well, so that it is lovely from all angles when you're looking at it, side and front. See what this bigger piece, it might be too much, but we'll try it in here and we can always take it out. It's almost like its own little tree. Okay, so let's just see how we're going with this. We've got the tallest piece, the tallest tree here, and then that and that. So that's coming together nicely. And with the trees in place, I just need a little bit more foliage on this side, and then we'll have enough, and then we can look at our other foliage at the back. And for that, I'm going to use a little spray of white. Okay, so I think that's enough of that. Now what I've done is, I've broken down a bigger pick of these ball sprays, and I'm going to start with I've got some that are just individual little stems, and then two that are still on the stem itself, on the brown stem. So I'm just going to cut them so they're the same size. And add them to the back. And then I can add my additional individual stems, working all the way round, so you want to get that nice curved shape to this. This is only one stem that I'm using that I've broken down into all of these different pieces. And it's that easy. We're almost done. You'll see also I'm working some of these out to quite an angle. Remember, you want to have it coming right out, not just everything that way. Got one more of these. Let me have a quick look. We need one over here. I'll use that there. It's a bit short actually. Let's see if I can steal a longer one. There. Oops. And run that one down there. And that's it. That's our easy way of turning a simple gingerbread house into a gorgeous scene. Another piece that I like to do with something like this is my Patience Brewster. We're big collectors of Patience Brewster. Love the range. You could also put something like that on there and have the same scene. Add some, when you've got a smaller piece like that, you're going to add some additional foliage in underneath. So again, you've got your foam covered in there. So you can either go gingerbread house or something like the Patience Brewster or a gingerbread man, whatever you want. This is Nicole from mychristmas.com.au. We'd love it if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We do try and keep updated with lots of decorating tips that you can use to make easy Christmas decorating. Have a great day.